Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am back. I'm back with a review, guys. I don't normally review movies that I have watched long time ago. I normally just review movies that I just recently watched. But for this one, I had to repeat it because I have watched it, but I thought that it would be nice for me to just review this movie. So I went ahead and just rewatched the whole movie, guys. The name of the movie is called Sisu. It's a movie that was acted in Finland. We all know the time of World War where there was Nazis and Germany was also involved. So we all know the World War II, how bad it was. And this movie, it was acted in the time when the world war was just beginning to start to end and the Nazis were starting to retreat. This movie basically is about this old man, guys. His name was Atami. And he was just going about his way, digging around since he have discovered that near the river, the way he was moving to, there was some sort of a small gold, and he decided to start digging around there just to keep looking. Maybe we'll be lucky to find gold, and he really had this break after digging so many holes, guys. He got this break and discovered many gold, and he stacked them up and head on his way to go to another place. I think he was heading to Finland. And before he could even knew what was happening, because he saw that it seems like the war is getting closer and closer to where he was. Obviously, the guys that were retreating, that's what he came around to first. And those were the Nazis that were going about their way just to retreat. And when they found him, they just told him that, you know what, where you're going, we already killed everyone. Why are you going there? And he just didn't want to talk because he knew that he's carrying gold, guys. He really knew that he's carrying a big stack of gold. And guys, he had to come across other guys, and they end up just starting this big war with him because they noticed that he's carrying gold. So it ended up being him against those group of the army. There were many guys. I think there was around about 4 cars, and they were full. And also they were also having another truck that was full of women that they have also took as hostages, which was also showing how real the war is. I mean, I can just imagine how it is now in the war that is happening in Ukraine, and also the war that is happening in Gaza. It's all bad, guys, and we can only just imagine that it should be something similar, which is very painful. And I think that such movies, it's a good time to just sit back and watch this kind of movies. So if you haven't watched this movie, please, I beg you, you won't regret it. This is such a nice movie to watch, guys. I can't believe the guy that was the head of the army of the Nazis was really guy who was really not giving up. And also this guy, I mean, he just stacked up all this gold and you just came and took it away, and he was not having it. He was not having it, guys. He was really killing everyone that was coming in his way. He tried to fight with the diamonds, with the gold at first, but unfortunately, there was a point where they took it, and he didn't give up, guys. He didn't give up. And one good scene for me, it is a scene where he had to light himself up because he was full of fuel, just to make sure that dogs don't run to him and then he jump into the river. That was action at its best. And for it to become like a movie that was a way back movie, it was really, really something that was amazing for me. To put such a way back movie of the time of World War. I can't even remember which year it was, but I'm sure that it's in the 80s or 90s. I don't know. Or maybe early 70s. It's a way back a movie by the time of World War. So you can imagine how much they really spend on this movie, the trucks, the bikes, those way back bikes. They were also featuring in the movie. This movie, honestly speaking, it was top notch according to me. It was really top notch. I see that on the review, the Rotten Tomatoes is 94%, and obviously 72% of the people like this movie. And for me, honestly speaking, I put it amongst one of the classics that you can enjoy it anytime, anywhere. I can give it to you. This movie, it doesn't even matter whether you like action or not. Maybe the killing, if it's a bit too much for you, maybe you will really maybe hate that part. But the movie is superb, guys. It's really superb. I really enjoyed it. And also the fact that the cast was not having way too many people. The only people that was noticeable apart from himself was the head of the army, which was Bruno Heldorf, and also the lady that explained about Atami, which her name was Sarah. So the other ones were just soldiers, and I think that's just about it. The other ones were just soldiers that were end up being killed, most of them. And also maybe just to also highlight one of also the scene that was very heartbreaking was the fact that this guy, Bruno, which was the head of this group of military guys, he was like, you know what, you are going in, or I kill you myself, or we'll have to hang you since you don't want to go ahead and become the sacrifice for others. So he was sacrificing them, guys, even in the where they were. Those mine bombs that they plug them in the floor. Everybody was being bombed around, and he just keeps sending them up until he decide to just tie up the ladies and put them in front and say and put them as sacrifice to make sure that they don't step into those mine dumps or mine bombs. And honestly speaking, and to begin with, those mine bombs were put by his own team, and they said that they used all their mine bombs that they were having just to make sure that they are not followed. So now they were going back in the place where they didn't want to go. Guys, apart from that, after getting all the gold, this guy, this Bruno guy, the only thing that he cared about was just to run away. And they thought that they've really killed him because where they took the gold, they also hang him. And he managed to survive and managed to go back and still fight them to try to get his gold back. He even went to an extent of flying into an aeroplane. And honestly speaking, the actions that were here, I can't count. It was really action packed, and one can really enjoy this movie. I just wonder how was the duration, because I think it was over an hour. It was over an hour, guys, and the movie was really really nice on that aspect for making it a movie that was really really long, not make it to be like a short movie, as I may put it, because I believe that they've spent way too much onto this movie that they had to make it over an hour. And when I'm checking it here, it's just almost 1 hour 30 minutes. So the movie was really really nice, guys. And for the ladies, for the injustice, he helped them, and he managed to just give them guns so that they can fight for themselves. And the ladies did use the guns and managed to get one of the guys that also have molested them, or rather insulted them and mistreated them in a bad way. We all know these soldiers what they do in wars, which is, it always puzzles me. Why do they do that? Is it just enjoyable? Is it just to cause pains to your enemy? I wonder, why would anybody be raping and mistreating women in the time of war? Why would they do that? Is it hang of saying that I want a woman? I just always wonder. That really puzzles me, and it's something that, honestly speaking, I feel like countries must come down to a common law to say that even though we are at war, women must never be touched. I wonder why they can't reach such agreement, because they do reach certain agreements, like the one where they say that the nuclear weapon must not be used. If anybody use a nuclear weapon, it means that we're gonna go after him. And they do condemn each other and try to make deals with each other to make sure that no one develop any nuclear weapon. So with this one of women being kidnapped, honestly speaking, and being taken and being used like that, I really really think that the lawmakers and the guys that are on top should really look at this, because we all see that even now they do, we do see a court case for Gaza, where South Africa have just logged a complaint about the genocide that is being committed by Israel. So it shows that the laws are there, even though they may not follow them, but at least they must try to say that, you know what, this shouldn't happen in a war. Rather, men go against men and kill each other, and leave the children, leave the women alone. Let them be, let them run away if they can. In which always, because they are always the victim. You can't be thinking that you are more manly by taking women. It just showed how weak these men were, and really this guy managed to deal with them. And guys, just not to make this video too much, he ended up getting his gold back and managed to go to the banks with it, which shows that he really fought a good fight. And I must say that he was really, really bruised, guys. He was almost finished because he have even fell from the plane. A lot of things have happened to this guy, but for an old man to act such a movie, I say big up to this guy. Let me just see if I can get um, his real name. His real name is Jama Tomila. So that's his real name. And honestly speaking, I say big up to him. I can't wait for the second one, if there's going to be a second one. And we'll meet on the next one, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.